To understand the reality of network defense in August 2026, we have to audit the telemetry and map the exact vectors actively penetrating modern infrastructure. The first vector originates in the enterprise cloud, targeting the core multi-tenant authentication layers of Microsoft Entra ID. The second strikes the physical edge. Threat actors are now actively compromising Dufon Automotive Internet of Things hardware directly inside consumer vehicles. The third vector bypasses code entirely, relying on digital black market syndicates like CyberLeek to coordinate the theft and distribution of intellectual property. On the surface, a cloud identity flaw, a compromised car dashboard, and a video game leak operate in entirely different domains. In practice, all three demonstrate how modern adversaries exploit the foundational layers of trust that hold these systems together. In this briefing, we will deconstruct the specific operational mechanics driving each of these compromises and establish the countermeasures required to neutralize them. We will discard the industry hype surrounding these events and focus exclusively on the cold, architectural realities of how these systems failed. Mapping these three disparate vectors reveals how vulnerabilities in cryptographic verification and statutory protection directly impact the stability of modern infrastructure. We begin in the enterprise cloud. Microsoft Entra ID operates as the central multi-tenant authentication infrastructure for millions of corporate networks, verifying identities before granting access to internal resources. This technical specification table isolates a critical failure in that infrastructure. It details an active vulnerability carrying a maximum severity score of 10.0. The flaw falls into the most severe category of cloud authorization failures, OAuth token signature forgery. The root cause is a highly specific parsing defect located deep within Entra ID's intermediate certificate verification engine. The authentication router failed to enforce certificate chains against root authorities, allowing an untrusted certificate to slip through the security boundary undetected. The attacker then presents a forged JSON web token. By injecting global administrator into the payload, the attacker dictates their own permission level. This exploit requires 0 legitimate corporate account credentials to execute. Because the system implicitly trusts the forged identity assertion, the attacker bypasses all standard conditional access policies and entirely skips multi-factor authentication prompts. The blast radius is total. A global administrator role grants unconstrained access to Microsoft 365 Exchange mailboxes, confidential SharePoint libraries, and production Azure compute workloads. From this apex vantage point, threat actors establish covert administrative backdoors that persist even after standard user passwords are reset. Microsoft deployed an emergency server-side mitigation to neutralize the underlying token parsing defect across all global cloud regions, but the architectural lesson remains. When the cryptographic arbiter of identity is subverted, every downstream security control, no matter how robust, is instantly weaponized against the enterprise itself. Moving from the cloud to the physical edge, we examine a breach directly inside consumer transportation. Telemetry researchers at Kaspersky documented an automated malware campaign targeting specific in-cabin vehicle networks. The targeted hardware consists of Android-powered automotive head units manufactured by Dofin, widely installed across both factory assembly lines and aftermarket dashboard retrofits. This cyber threat intelligence profile attributes the attack to the Moyu threat group, a syndicate specializing in the exploitation of embedded IoT hardware. Their entry vector relied on reverse engineering the manufacturer's built-in over-the-air firmware update mechanism, known as TW Core. By utilizing unencrypted transport layers and permissive configurations, attackers manipulated communication channels and injected malicious payloads disguised as firmware updates. This granted them root-level execution privileges. Utilizing a remote script execution flaw, they overwrote system recovery partitions, ensuring the malware survives factory resets. Once established, the malware deploys a module called jar service. This component hijacks the vehicle's connected cellular modem, converting the car into a high-bandwidth node within a decentralized residential proxy botnet. Cybercriminals and ransomware cartels then route their web traffic through these moving automotive IP addresses, allowing them to effortlessly bypass geographic firewalls and launder ad fraud. A secondary module, Zima, continually queries advertising networks via automated headless browsers. This constant background click fraud rapidly drains the vehicle's monthly data plan, severely degrades dashboard performance, and spikes thermal output across the center console. While current iterations remain confined to the infotainment system, security researchers flag a severe future risk. The presence of rootkits within the head unit establishes a staging ground for lateral movement into the controller area network, the CAN bus protocols that dictate mission-critical mechanics like steering and braking. MOIU's campaign physically transforms consumer transportation into active, weaponized nodes for global cybercrime cartels, extending the reach of botnets into the real world. Our final vector moves away from source code and hardware, focusing instead on digital syndicates and the defense of intellectual property. The target was CyberLeek, a leak syndicate coordinating the unauthorized distribution of proprietary pre-alpha development builds of Grand Theft Auto 6. To dismantle this network, publisher Take-Two Interactive launched a counteroffensive through the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. This legal matrix defines the exact statutory weapon deployed, the DMCA 512H subpoena. This specific judicial order allows rights holders to compel internet service providers to unmask the physical identities of alleged copyright infringers rapidly, entirely bypassing the need to file a formal, drawn-out lawsuit first. A federal judge approved the subpoenas, immediately compelling infrastructure providers like Discord and Microsoft to comply. The court order forced tech giants to surrender hardware MAC addresses, IP connection logs, and payment vectors linked to the operators. The operational impact was immediate. Within hours, the primary domains and mirror networks hosting CyberLeek went completely offline, resolving to generic DNS errors. Federal forensic auditing of the surrendered Discord chat logs continues, actively mapping the secondary conspirators in the network. The CyberLeek shutdown proves that statutory intelligence gathering and kinetic legal execution function as essential components of infrastructure defense, operating where technical patching cannot reach. Synthesizing the intelligence from these cloud, edge, and legal vectors establishes the necessary protocols for a multi-layered defense strategy. To counter the Entra ID zero-day, security operations centers are mandated to execute immediate 72-hour forensic audits of their sign-in logs, hunting for unauthorized global admin assignments. The required technical kill switch is the execution of the Revoke Azure AD User All Refresh Token command to instantly sever any forged sessions relying on the bypassed certificate logic. To secure the physical edge of automotive IoT, manufacturers must enforce strict cryptographic code signing and hardware-isolated secure boot processes across their entire supply chain. Furthermore, they must engineer hard physical isolation between external infotainment domains and internal CAN bus control modules. Finally, organizations must maintain aggressive, rapid-response legal frameworks capable of weaponizing statutory subpoenas to strip anonymity from hostile actors the moment a breach occurs. With identity hijacked at the cloud root, hardware compromised at the edge, and syndicates operating via encrypted mirrors, the traditional secure perimeter has effectively dissolved. Survival in August 2026 requires continuous zero-trust verification, ruthless architectural discipline, and the readiness to execute both cryptographic and legal kill chains without hesitation.